whoever you are, you have this unexplainable pull to do something. This could be in regards to spirituality. This could be in regards to switching up something here when it comes to your platform, content creators, okay? This could even be in regards to something that has something to do with your job or working or how to make more money at home or do digital products of some sort. And I just feel like you're in this mental space where you're feeling directionless, like you don't really know what move to make or what to do, or you're feeling like, because I'm speaking to somebody you know, okay? It's just a matter of you embodying that knowing, right? I feel like whoever this is that I'm picking up on, you have the drive, you have the motive, you have a spiritual pull to do this thing, but you feel like you're at an impasse. I feel like you're creating a block because you're too focused on the outcome of what's going to happen instead of just allowing yourself to flow with the rhythm of your spirit, okay? The direction in itself is your spirit pulling you to do it. You don't have to know. I feel like I'm speaking to somebody where it's like, because what made me channel this message is I came and I felt this unexplainable pull to come do a reading. But I didn't have any direction on what I was going to talk about. And sometimes that made me a little nervous just because of my own control issues, which is something that I'm working through. But I've been doing a real good job of just coming, pressing play, and allow the message to flow. And Spirit said that is the message of the day. Just allow your spirit to tell you what to do. Allow your higher self to hijack your body. Okay, don't create a distance between you and your higher self, you and God, because you want to embody the energy that was given to you by consciousness, right? As you move forward, everything will just fall into place. It's kind of like your brain. You're not questioning your brain on whether to use your right leg or your left leg. You're not asking your brain, why can't I use both? Because common sense tell you that obviously you'll be jumping instead of walking. And that's not the point. Even when you get ready to jump, you don't second guess your brain on doing it. It just happens. It just falls in place. You allow your body to just be. That's the same thing as it pertains to something that you want to do. Do you hear the birds backing this up? Because before I got on here, I wasn't hearing them birds. Not that close anyways, okay? Somebody here could have something that they want to speak of, or something about your voice here could be very significant. Okay, I was also called to use these cards and these. I mean, what? Why did I just separate one deck? You see what I'm saying? You see how the message is coming together when it's literally one? This is like just going with the flow of your spirit, really. Okay. Allow your higher self to be the brain and you be the body. Okay, so we're gonna get into it and see what's going. We are going to get into it. I was called to use these cards and these cards. I'm also picking up on wings here. Someone could have wing tattoos literally on their back. Okay. Something about butterflies, dragonflies, the symbol. All right. So whatever winged creature that calls for you at this moment, look that up. These could even be dragons. They don't have to be. They could be mythical creatures. Look that up. The totem of that. Every time I open that window, I start fighting for my life. But I just can't help. I love, like, the wind got, I don't know, I have to have some type of natural element inside the house, especially when I'm channeling my messages. Okay, I find it so synchronistic how it says, what am I most afraid of losing, and what do I resist feeling right now? It all plays into this message, but I'm gonna go with the flow. I'm not even gonna force them to come out. I'm gonna let them fall out. Okay, but back to this ring creature analogy. Okay, I just get this energy of you spiritually have your wings. It's just a matter of you spreading them, and once you spread them out, the wind, nature, is gonna pick you up, because that's what naturally supposed to happen. I'm also getting the natural order, something about you going back home, or you going back, I'm hearing, to the womb. Okay, somebody could even be having thoughts in their head like, I wonder what it'll feel like to go back to that space and be conscious of it, like in the mind frame with the experiences that you have now. I used to listen to this guy. He made a lot of music. His name was Kambada, and his music is very, very ethereal. It's very deep, and he had this one song called The Womb. I believe that's what it was called. And if you listen to the lyrics of that song, he get real deep about it, and it made me wonder what it'll feel like to go back there with the mindset I had then, let alone the mindset that I got now. So there's something about the womb space that's very significant. Before we move forward, I just want to say that I really love and appreciate you guys so much. Okay, greatly. Shout out to those of you that watch and you don't say anything, but you always hear. I really love and appreciate you. Shout out to those of you that watch, y'all like, and y'all comment all the time. I really appreciate y'all. Shout out to the members of the channel. I really appreciate you guys as well. And if you are a member of this channel, email me, okay? The womb, that space, that darkness, okay? I'm also hearing primordial waters, and how that jelly-like substance someone here could be pregnant. You could also be very abundant at this time, pregnant with ideas, but you holding yourself back for some reason. I also feel like not only are you going to be gifted and supported throughout this process of you moving forward, but you are the gifted and the support of others. Okay, with this Six of Pentacles right here at the bottom of this deck, and the Chariot card, move forward with the Ten of Pentacles. Listen, that's my new deck or whatever. Okay, I guess I'm letting it get familiar with the energy. But it's definitely falling right into place. Listen, let's just see. Okay, I get this element of, like, just the fact that there is no cards that fell, and I am just channeling these messages goes so, y'all, I'm not even gonna lie, I feel so much resistance around me trying to get these messages out. Okay, this is the second message in which I'm doing that I feel like, and the birds are supporting me again, because birds are messengers, which means that you're doing the right thing. I'm also getting this element of learning how to listen to God through its creation, through creation. Okay, learning how to listen to your God, your womb, your creation. Okay, because it's that thing that you came from. I'm also getting this element of distractions. Okay, I also feel like there's something here you got to let go, and it has a lot to do with your mindset. I'm also hearing letting go of people that do not align with your frequency. People that you can't even have conversations with. People that you have to question whether or not you want to share your ideas with. And even if you fully trust someone, it's still important to keep things to yourself. And there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes to get it out is just to put it on paper, to say it out loud, okay? Or even to just speak to God about it. There's so many things in my mind, right, that I be wanting to call Elsie and be like, Elsie. But then when I say it out loud, it's like I answer my own questions. Sometimes you just gotta you gotta heal. That's what I ain't even meant to say that. Sometimes you have to hear yourself in order to process it properly. Okay, because it's one thing for your spirit to be in one place, but then your consciousness, sometimes it just got to catch up. It also reminds me of how, like, loud music, for example. When you listen to the loud music, your body becomes accustomed to that music. And I mean in the present moment of that music. The moment that you turn it down or you completely turn it off, your body goes into shock because it has to process that the music is no longer loud. And it's looking for that noise. But slowly but surely, it gets used to the new rhythm or the new beat, okay, of the quiet or the stillness. But it took some time. So I'm also getting this energy of just being graceful on yourself. And I'm going to keep moving forward even though I feel the resistance. For real though, sometimes not even sometimes, bro, you just got to be. Because what mistake did I make? And I will be doing myself a disservice to sit here and beat myself up about it because it got to be perfect. Why am I worried about that? Because for whoever need the message, they going to listen to it. Whether they got to come back to it or whatever. I also feel like that is spirit telling you, I am embodying the energy of what you need to see or what you need to hear in order for you to see it play out in real time. Let's get into these cards. We have to let go of the monster inside of us that hold us back from who our spirit really wants us to be. Okay, you don't got nothing to say? Spirit says sometimes it's just that. I'm also getting this energy of no rebuttal. If your spirit telling you to do something, why are you rebuttaling with questions? Because you want to know it all. When you wanted to know it all is the reason why you feel stuck. I just feel this element of allowing yourself to just be. Like, I can't say it no other way, right? And sometimes I try to give multiple examples so that way, it's understood okay, that way you guys can understand it. But I was like, do you want me to take all of these cards or the one that caused the ruckus? Okay, and it was the one that caused the ruckus. And guess what that one is? Am I afraid to be seen? Not only by others, but afraid to see yourself. Literally, if your spirit is telling you to do or be a certain way, and it's authentic, it makes you happy, it raises the vibration of the world, it adds to a better state of being for the earth, then what's the problem? And I also love how, for whatever reason, this light is, I don't want to say interrupting, but it's kind of shining through or beaming through this card in some type of way, as if it wants to be expressed, it wants to be noticed, it wants to be seen. It wants to be put on a pedestal. But with it being afraid, like that word afraid, am I afraid to be seen? Why do you have that fear? What's causing that fear? I'm also getting an energy of gaslighting. Feeling gaslit. Somebody here could even be feeling gaslit by the messages that they're getting or the signs that they're seeing, or they feel like the universe is gaslighting them, but they don't really see the result of the gaslight. Or it's given, you said something was going to happen for me in 3 days, right? But you looking for the main event instead of looking at the mundane and how everyday tasks and everyday things, everyday movement, everyday flow, one decision, although looks very insignificant today, could be literally the catalyst to something way bigger than you tomorrow. And in that 3-day cycle, you did that thing. But in those 3 days, you was waiting on this extravagant, I don't know, surprise party? I don't know, girl. And I'm speaking to somebody who probably don't even go outside. This is somebody who, again, this message is for someone who is at an impasse because you're creating a block for yourself not to move forward with something your spirit is telling you. But then again, you watching, you know, tarot readings, or you looking at, or you seeing signs and you seeing the synchronicities, and you see like something, it feels like there's something there because it is. It's not a gaslight, baby. It's just about you not restricting yourself from yourself. I would be lying if I said that I still wasn't sitting here thinking in my head that there are some type of edits that I have to make to this video, because sometimes I feel like when I be talking, like but that's just me though, because I'm me, right? But to y'all, I have to remember, these people don't know me in real life. And if they want to hear what I got to say, they going to hear what I got to say. And that's just what it is. But you see how I'm allowing my own mind to get in the way of something so beautiful, because it's about the message. That fear, being afraid of not allowing my light to shine because I don't realize how my light shine in the lives of other people. I can only see life from my perspective as far as how I see myself. When you see how you see yourself really does kind of shape your reality. And I say kind of a little bit because most times people see light in you that you don't see, but it's mainly because you're so used to being present in yourself, or being in whatever space you are in within yourself. And then when you start realizing that light and you intentionally do things to shine it, intentionally, not to the point where you're drowning something or doing too much, but the intention is the flow, is what I mean. Allowing things to just flow, allowing yourself to just be without so much judgment. Once you stop judging yourself so much, you can care less about what other people got to say. And it's not to be rude, it's not to be a bitch, it's just the reality of it, because you realize that it's your word, it's your thought, it's your frequency that creates your mood. Your frequency that allows you to be able to feel those feelings that are enjoyable instead of those that make you feel drained, down, stressed, and depressed. Okay, give me a second. Do you know how many entities and spirits want to experience being in a body? Having a host? And you have access to that. Why not let your higher self be that. Like, I feel like I know the direction I'm going, but I can't find the words to express it. Because at the end of the day, we're not our body, we're our souls. That means that there's an energy that hijacked this physical meat suit, and it's you. And as long as you're not in touch or in tune with yourself, your body could be hijacked. This is facts. I'm telling you. It says, who can I serve today? And I'm going to take it because you are who you can serve today. You, baby. Am I consistently showing up? I mean, are you? Are you expecting some sort of external help, but you're not helping yourself with the Six of Wands? I mean, what? Six of Wands, baby, you the star. You deserve to be recognized. You deserve to... And you know what? I feel like Spirit is putting me in the presence of myself, saying these things to myself or yourself. Okay, I'm really embodying first person today, because why am I talking like I'm not talking to y'all? I'm talking to myself. That in itself is a beauty, and it's so majestic how I'm able to get on here and speak to you guys and also speak to myself. It puts me in that element of being the teacher and the student, because I'm not too good for my own advice. Okay? It's my higher self speaking to you. That don't always mean that my conscious self is in alignment with that. And I'm humble enough to admit that. I don't like to say that I'm not perfect, because even in those imperfections, perfect is still in the word. I don't want to take away from any of my actions. I just want to be. I do not like feeling caged at all, not even by my own mind, not even by my own, this cage of a body in itself. But I came down here to experience. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I don't give a damn if 10 people said, you doing it wrong. If my higher self, which is an extension of God, led me to do it, who the fuck are you? Let me get these cards. These are the ones I was called to anyway. What's at the bottom? Didn't I mention wings in the beginning of this reading? Temperance, balance, presence, being connected to the water, the earth, the air with the wings, and her mind, because she's conscious of what she's doing, or i.e. her higher self as the sun shine in the background. Because I love to think that Earth's higher self is the sun. Those are just my thoughts. I also see sunflowers here. Are you afraid to be the angel that you were called to be, that you came here to be, because people don't believe that angels can really walk on earth? Are you seeing angelic energy in the presence of somebody else? And it's hard for you to really embody and recognize that angelic energy in yourself. Anybody who listening to me and think I'm an angel sent from heaven, baby, you an angel sent from heaven too, because had it not been you being able to recognize that in me, you have the eye for it. And it ain't coming from a place of hate. It's coming from a place of admiration. This is you. I am a manifestation of you. Now, we might move different. We might have had different instances in life, circumstances, you know, tax brackets. But at the end of the day, we still share. And we're both tapped into we're both living on a plane of existence that's full of frequencies that we have to filter out, deal with, you know what I'm saying, type shit. All right, and then you got the Eight of Swords right behind it, being caged in your mind instead of allowing yourself to be the Page of Cups, free, childlike, one with your own nature. And every card I picked up is some water somewhere in the background. You see how when your spirit is thirsty or your mind feels directionless, it has no flow. This little bit of water is here and she's standing in it. This is like being connected to consciousness. And then when she's free, it's a lot of water in this card. Freedom, it's a lot of water in this card. Nine of Cups, it's a lot of water in his card. Life, 9 pints of blood. Life is in the blood. Okay? And I'm not taking away from any other element, but somebody here is connected to the water deeply. I keep picking up on this siren energy. This, to me, is giving a prison constructed by oneself. Because you're not locked or caged in. I just don't feel like that rope is on you tight enough. I literally feel like this is the imagination of someone when their spirit is just like, their inner child is just like, it just wants to burst out and be happy in your adult body. Somebody really need to become comfortable with themselves. You got the 9, wow, the 9 of Wands and the Empress. Okay, somebody here, you have a protection mechanism. Look, everything is fine. This girl's sitting here scrolling on her phone, sitting outside. The imagination is those 10 of Swords. These could even be projections from other people. They want to see you fail. They want you to be in this mental thing where you feel like it's not good enough or you're not perfect. But Spirit is asking you to see this in a different perspective. Sometimes you got to hang in suspense and be uncomfortable to see it from an angle that wasn't possible if you didn't hang yourself in that suspended state. All right? There's a lot of conscious and subconscious energy in this message. Okay? Wow. I keep seeing the Fool card and the World card. There's some type of ending here and new beginning that's calling for you. Work your magic, baby. Feel yourself out. Okay? Queen of Cups and the Lovers card. This is talking about choices. Somebody here could have had to recently leave a relationship. Okay? This is also giving, I gotta fill my cup before I can join hands or fill anybody else's. This is one person. She got 2 cups. And she going back and forth, creating synergy, creating electricity, creating oxygen. This could even be somebody, water magic. Someone could have been doing magic on a water sign as well, or a water sign could have been doing magic on you, trying to affect your finances, making you feel confused, trying to take you out of your element. Or this is just the element of, this Empress also reminded me of some sort of construct or government. Catch my drift. Okay? I'm speaking in code here. Having this set an illusion on the masses And someone could definitely be caught up in those illusions. There's a lot of us out here like that. Allowing our God to be directed, siphoned from, unconsciously. With this, how can I be more flexible? Someone here, you need to stretch because in your muscles, you're holding a lot of trauma. I'm hearing something about the hips. Spread them, baby. Open wide. Okay? I've also been picking up on a lot of messages as it pertains to self-love. I mean, that's what this whole shit is about. But more on a deeper level. Okay? 5 of Wands. What if this fight was an illusion? Because think about it. All of them got sticks in their hand and they waving them around. But ain't nobody bleeding. Don't nobody look hurt. Now, they supposed to be hitting each other. Think about it. Okay? I don't know why with this Lover's card and who can I serve today. Somebody here was in a relationship with another person in which they were just a servant. And with this angel in the hands over the heart of this angel and their head is turned sideways. It's not given that the angels anointed this relationship. Their hands not even touching. The Lover's card is not always about a lover. The Lover card talk about choices. I don't know why I'm hearing something about kindness. So someone could have took your kindness for weakness and it definitely served as your weakness. Instead of you using kindness, you let kindness use you. And it allowed you to be taken advantage of. But I see that you're learning something here. Or Spirit is working with you when it comes to that. Somebody's connected to water on a deep level. And through water, you connect to God is what I just heard. I also feel like Spirit is saying, keep going, keep moving forward. Even when you feel full, you know how many messages or you know how many things that pop up in my head from Spirit. And I be like, what? No way. I'm tripping out. That can't be. And then it bite me in the ass when I don't listen to it. Do you know my last job, for example? I always use my last job out of all the jobs that I had. That's just the one. It's the one that's most recent in my memory. So every day I was going to that motherfucking job saying how I don't want to go. Everything in my body, in my being, in my spirit was saying, Shay, just stay home. Quit this shit. Why don't you quit? And then I was giving myself reasons on why I needed to stay. I got this bill, I got that bill. And what's crazy is, I don't mean to brag, but I don't have no kids, no pets, and no man. Okay? So I don't have all that extra responsibility. All I got to worry about is me and my bills. And half of the bills I created. Things that I want to enjoy in life. Not because I need them, because I want them. So if I took that away and found something else to focus on, like this instead of Netflix, like this instead of doom scrolling, or like this instead of being in my mind saying how I want to do this, I want to be there, watching all the girlies go up on YouTube because they following their heart, and I'm back here, woe is me, because I'm at a job I don't want to be in, it's putting me in a vibration I don't want to be in, and I ain't following my spirit. That hurted. And I know hurted ain't a word, but hey, here we are. That hurt. That shit hurt. I felt like I was drowning in a place where I was supposed to be swimming. I was making excuses saying, okay, I'm using my gifts and helping people around me. Or it was meant for me to be in that place at that time. At the end of the day, if God wants a message to be delivered to a person, God is going to use the circumstances around that person. I ain't have to be those circumstances. That's what this is giving. Like, sorry, I just got a little distracted by the guy that just came upstairs. They're collecting trash. I feel like that's so synchronistic. Like, spirit is trying to collect the trash out of your life. The vagina is a self-cleaning oven. The vagina, Osway. Someone's name could be Usman. Osway. Ansley. And I'm here at LC. Shout out to my friends. But somebody else's name could be LC. I also get this energy of people feel really excited about you when they think about you. Okay? The right people. But I'm getting this energy of it's time to take out the trash, baby. And I ain't even have to do it. Somebody else came and did it. So that's definitely giving spirit. Your guides, your ancestors, your guardians. I always used to have this thing in the back of my head where I felt like I didn't want to talk about the same message. I want my message to be different every time. But spirit had to remind me that it's the repetitive, it's the repetition that helped the message sink in. Once I got that out of my head, I just said, I'm going to go with the flow. Shit, if I said something that I said in the last message, oh well. You know what I'm saying? Because that's true. It's the constant listening to affirmations over and over that help the frequency, that help you embody the frequency. And not just affirmations that you listening to somebody else's on a platform or something. Literally your own affirmations are the best. Those outside, for example, because I love affirmation channels and frequency channels and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong. But when I started saying it to myself, the power, the frequency was different. It was And don't get me wrong, bitch. I done went to sleep listening to affirmations, listening to frequencies, and woke up a whole nother person. But imagine that amplified when you start speaking to yourself. I noticed that my life changed when I used to speak over my water more often than my food, and then when I stopped, my frequency changed. That was consciousness showing me who I am, that piece of me. Yo, I'm gonna say this again. I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go because, like I said, I don't know how long that other message was that I just did before I paused, and we already 20 minutes in, right? The more I start channeling these messages, the more I realize and rest with the fact that we truly are gods, and we are not our body in that ball of energy. It's consciousness. Because it's a piece of that thing that created this hologram. Then that is me. Because when my body, this host that's inhabiting that consciousness, when it no longer can live, I go back. With that being said, y'all, I'm out of here because I'm going down the rabbit hole and it ain't enough time in the day. I'll just do another reading and see what come out next, okay? But I think this was a beautiful message. I hope it found you well, and I hope that it transformed you in some type of way. Fulfilled your spirit in a way that you needed it, okay? Take advantage of this. Because I know my channel, my messages, they're like therapy. I know because they're therapy for me. And it's crazy because for a long time, I wasn't even listening to my own messages because of the judgment that I used to place on myself. So I had to just post it. because I would listen to it and critique every little thing that I didn't like. And everything I didn't like about me was exactly what you needed. And that in itself started helping me to embody myself. Some of y'all, maybe y'all need to record yourself. And it ain't even about putting the content out. And listening to your own words, listening to your own flow when you just set yourself free. Messages that I posted years ago on my other channel, the original OG YouTube channel that I ever had where I started posting tarot readings, was called Healing to Go Tarot. And I was at work one night because I was working overnight shift. And that message just came up. It just came up out of nowhere. Like, and I listened to it. I said, you know, I'm going to give myself a chance, because all night I'm always listening to the podcast girlies and everybody else. So let me give myself a chance. And when I listened to that music, whoa. Excuse me. So someone here could do music, and the frequency emitted from your voice is healing. I'm hearing too, you haven't even tapped into the best of it, because I feel like I'm picking up on somebody. And last night I was driving and I was listening to Mariah the Scientist, right? And I was thinking about this culture in music and how these women have such beautiful voices, and because of the frequency that they're on, they're limiting themselves to how healing their voices can actually be. When you in a frequency and you chasing a man, or you feel like you owe a man something because you feel like he gave you the limelight or opened some sort of door for you, it was never him. It was spirit. It was consciousness using that person. When you really should be giving it to you, because had it not been your talent or whatever it is that this person wanted from you, your light, you wouldn't be there. They'd have chose someone else. Stop giving your power away, because it keep you in a frequency, and then now you making music that keep people in that frequency. And she ain't the only one, and this may not even be something that she realized, and I'm not trying to bash anyone. Beautiful woman, beautiful voice, but imagine how much more healing. And she, like I said, she not the only one. You can do with that beauty, the embodiment of beauty, if you stop allowing somebody else to siphon it from you. I'm not just talking about people in the limelight. I'm talking to whoever you are that's letting somebody suck the life out of you when you deserve that life that's in you. You are the embodiment. You are the host. You get the point. I said I wasn't gonna stay here no further. So I'm finna go, y'all. I love you guys. But my love don't matter if you don't love yourself. Okay, and I definitely ain't forcing it on you either, baby, because I can keep that. I love my love too. If you're looking for anything as far as booking a personal, everything's in the description box. The only person that has not reached out to me for their free reading that was pulled from the raffle is Ashley M. Williams. I might make a post about it, okay? But make sure that you reach out to me for your reading, and if that's not something you're interested in, you could definitely let me know. All right, I will see you in the next experience. Peace.